hey, I don't usually make videos like this because someone usually already says everything I want to say perfectly, but this time I feel like I can add a point onto the aspect of one of the situations going on with Cinny. Also, before we get into the video, trigger warning, we'll be talking about things like sexual assault. Now, what's been going on? I'm pretty sure you've already watched a video before, but if you're just stumbling in on a situation, I suggest watching Floofi's video in order to get the gist of the situation. There's a lot of aspects of the situation I'm not going to cover, like transphobia. I'm mostly going to cover the obsession with sexual abuse and trigger warnings, so, yeah. Now, a lot of people think if you have a dark fantasy about sexual assault, then that means you're disgusting, when in reality a lot of people have dark fantasies like that. The difference is they don't actually want it to happen. There's a video called Why Are Fandoms So Toxic, which touches up on the subject of having dark fantasies. I'll also be linking it down in the description if you want a bit more information on that. So having a dark fantasy is okay, but with Cinny's case it's a bit different. How is it different with Cinny, you ask? Well, she actively has a crush on Alias, which is known to be a very abusive person, which you should avoid. For more information about him, Streamline Workshops did a video all about him, which I will also be linking down in the description. I'm linking a lot of videos in the description, aren't I? Cinny is also allegedly seeking therapy for her obsession with this type of thing, which shows that it crosses the border of what is healthy and what is an obsession. Now, dark fantasies also go overboard, in my opinion, when you're sharing it to a larger audience and misinforming them about toxic situations or general health. Like, for instance, 50 Shades of Grey. It started out as a Twilight fanfiction, which Twilight already is a toxic book, but the whole sexual thing just added to it. And a lot of people, adults, end up misinformed about things like BDSM and the type of relationship needed for that. And since Cinny shares these obsessions through her own artwork and videos to a much younger audience, I mean, come on, it's the animation meme community. Everyone's screaming about something and making terrible drawings of furries to fill the void. This can lead to a lot of young people being misinformed about abusive situations and even also end up obsessing over them. And at worst, it can end up triggering someone because Cinny sometimes does not put the correct trigger warnings before videos informing people. Now I can get why Cinny might not put a trigger warning. For instance, I like looking at a bunch of gore art, watching speed paints of gore art, and I follow a lot of people on Instagram who draw that type of thing. And because of that, they also don't put trigger warnings, so usually whenever I post gore art, I do not put a trigger warning myself. I realize this, however, and I'm trying to put trigger warnings before that kind of stuff in the future, and I honestly think Cinny should do that, especially since she's been called out several times over the same type of thing. Also, side note, if Cinny's getting help, it will take a little bit to change. Therapy isn't an instant fix. It'll take a bit to fix your outlook on types of things, and I really hope she cuts off Alias, since the more she's been in contact with them, the more events she seems to be posting, and that's just generally not healthy for someone to be in touch with someone so toxic. And that's basically it for my video. I really don't want to get into the other stuff Cinny has done, such as transphobia and abuse. Other videos have already covered that to a better extent than I could, and my video is basically a ramble. I thought I could try freestyling this. No, I can't. I should write a script next time. Anyway, I hope you have a nice day. Here's a picture of my cat. He's a very good cat.